Hello, welcome to Bryant Systems. I'm Scott Bryant. I just want to talk to you today about doctors maybe oversubscribing your children with drugs from very early age. Now, I just watched the BBC programme about this and texting a client about this as well. And what they're essentially doing is that they're giving all the children Calpol, which has paracetamol in it. Now, paracetamol thins the blood and can put a hole in your stomach. So if you're giving a child 2, 3, 4, or 1 years old Calpol just to keep them quiet, shame on you. Really, as a parent, your baby's going to cry, it's going to scream, it's going to make a noise. That's what babies do. You shouldn't be giving them Calpol, which the company has made £46 million in the UK in 1 year. One of the women, shame on her, on the telly, she had syringes of Calpol. She had 12 downstairs and 24 upstairs because she was too lazy to go downstairs and get it. And that's why she had it upstairs. And she can't see that she's drugging her own child. Fucking hell. This is like unbelievable stuff. Now, I heard a while ago that a lot of older people in the UK have been prescribed many, many drugs, as in for pain, back pain, anxiety, stress, and all these problems that we're studying, having in modern day society. Now, the way I look at it, a lot of the problems that we're getting in modern day society is because of the stupid politicians putting out these crazy laws and increasing the cost of living so much, which is stressing everyone out because they can't afford to pay their bills and stuff. So if you're an old age pensioner and for some reason your pension has been wiped out and you're having to live on the modern day pension of £73 a week, which is the same as unemployment benefit, I can understand why you'd be really stressed and really upset, and why you might want to take medical antidepressants or medical relief pain. Now I walk around the street and I see 50, 40, 50, 60-year-olds, and they're in these fucking mobile fucking trolley things where they're driving themselves around, which cost the government 3 or 4 grand to get for them, when they could send them to me and we could do corrective exercise, get them to lose weight, get them to feel better. But I think, when I grew up, I can't even remember taking any drugs. I started taking drugs when I was 19, just experimenting, and I soon learned that wasn't right for me, and I shouldn't keep doing that, and I quit. But having your mum and dad giving you Calpol just to shut you up, or even sugar. Many mums and dads I've seen, they go out shopping, and I was watching a YouTube video earlier, and this guy goes up to this woman, do you think McDonald's is good for your children? And she went, yeah, it's a treat. So would you punch your kid in the face as a treat? Because that's what you're essentially doing by introducing them to the drug food of McDonald's. McDonald's food, it doesn't fill you with nutrition, and it's designed to, if you eat a Big Mac, you find that you're hungry with at least 2 hours after eating it because it's nutritionally depleted. Whereas if you eat a good old, organic potato or a piece of organic steak, you won't be hungry for 4 or 5 hours. So I cannot believe that this doctor, he's great because he's putting the word out there on the TV. He's just had a child himself, and his child was screaming and making a noise and, doing what babies do. And he was contemplating on giving it Calpol or some sort of drug to shut it up. Now, I just can't believe this. I really can't believe that, mums and dads are, funding the pharmaceutical companies by drugging their own kids. And one of the doctors said, it's not as safe as people think, and he will only give it to certain kids in special need. And he said it was like heroin. getting your baby to do heroin. And like now, there's more attention deficit disorder than ever before. And I believe personally, the reason why this is because the home, mum and dad are not having dinner with their kids. Mum and dad are out at work trying to pay the fucking mortgage that they shouldn't have even got in the first place. Or dad's out at work all day, mum's at home all day with the kids, and she's too tired, so she might be medicated by the doctor from antidepressants and stuff like that. And I believe in the UK we need to get a grip, and I know that the Conservative Party have just said they want to lower the drug budget for people on pain medication and drugs that they don't need. But do the doctors need to have a word with themselves? They studied for 6 years to become medical practitioners, but really, are they medical drug dealers now? From a point of view of when you go to your doctor, you'll be in there for 15 minutes. He doesn't know what's wrong with your health in 15 minutes just by taking a blood pressure reading or whatever. 2 years ago, I was really ill myself, and I had a bacterial imbalance. And my doctor said, "Oh, you're depressed, you're stressed, and when you're stressed, you can get many ailments that cause this problem." I had to do a lab in America to find out what was wrong with me, and since correcting it, I feel back to normal. I'm fine. So I could have been, sectioned, in a mental ward or something like that if the doctor had his way, because he didn't want to do. They'd done all the normal sort of tests and everything was fine. But I was getting these horrible panic attacks. I was feeling like crap. And I realised it wasn't because of my work, because work was great. It wasn't because of money. It wasn't because of that. My dad was ill. I got news about that. So that was affecting me a little bit. But I went out to see my dad, and that changed that scenario, or that feeling, sorry. And but the doctor goes, "Oh, you need to take antidepressants. But it's going to take 6 months for the antidepressants to get inside your system." I don't want to take fucking antidepressants. I don't want to take any drug. All I want to do is eat healthy and look after myself. If I get depressed, I go for a walk. If I get depressed, I'll eat some good food. If I get depressed, I'll ring a friend. If I, have any of these ailments reappearing, I increase my vitamin levels. I increase my oil levels. And I find that really, really works. Or I go and treat myself to something to make myself feel good again. But the feelings I was getting 2 years ago are totally gone. And it was only through education and doing lab testing that I found out truly what was wrong. The doctor didn't have a clue. He just wanted to get me on drugs. And then one drug he gave me, which was a ragacillin, and I'm allergic to penicillin. The doctor gave me ragacillin that had penicillin in it, that was giving me 10 panic attacks a day. So why on earth would the doctor know in my notes that I'm allergic to penicillin and gives me ragacillin, which caused all these problems inside my system? And it took me a year to get my body back to normal and get myself feeling back to normal. So if you're somebody out there that's addicted to medical drugs and your doctor's not listening, or you feel that you need some advice from my story that I'm telling you now, or maybe you're a mum and dad and you're, giving your kids Calpol constantly and not really looking at other ways how you could help your kid in your child, in a more holistic way. Why have we got more children with attention deficit disorder than ever before? And all they do is give them a drug. All I could see this child was doing was having a great time, enjoying herself. And I bet it was a one-parent family as well. And that could be one of the reasons why the kid or the child was diagnosed with attention deficit disorder. The pharmaceutical companies have got a lot to answer for. How they're, in America, A lot of people are taking heroin now because it's cheaper than taking normal drugs prescribed from the doctor, and it's all about pain. Your food can cause pain, your lifestyle can cause pain, your exercise program can cause you pain, not loving yourself can cause you pain. So there's many things that can cause pain that you really need to look at before you go prescribing from a doctor. And I recently heard a couple of months ago, my mum was looking into the medication that she was on, and she found out that 2 of the drugs could have killed her. And she's come off of them because she's so frightened and scared. And the doctor in the program just said, whatever drug you take, like antibiotic or any drug that the medical system will give you, it has a high chance of killing you. And they've recently changed the law, the Conservatives. If you take a drug that your doctor has prescribed to you and it kills you, your family cannot take that doctor to court. Now, how bad is that? So your doctor can make a mistake and murder you, and you can't do anything about it. This is what the Conservatives are trying to pass. And I think that that is totally disgusting. Because if a doctor sees a patient for under 15 minutes, they can't do what I do. I give my clients, nearly 20 PDFs to fill out, looking at diet, looking at sleep, looking at poo, looking at fungus, looking at parasites, looking at sleep and awake cycles, looking at how they're resting, looking at how they're exercising. It looks at so many different things in which to make sure that I'm giving them the best that I possibly can. And obviously working with somebody like me, it enables you to really understand health and really understand exercise. Because to get a personal training qualification is a piece of piss. It's not difficult. To get a Chek Master qualification is really difficult and takes a long time and lots of study. So I just wanted to talk about that program and how this doctor's doing a marvellous job by educating mums and dads. The kids are now taking more drugs than what they did in the 50s, 60s, 70s and early 80s. They're taking double to nearly triple the amount of drugs to what I took when I was growing up. Now, I had that jab on my arm. I wish if I knew what I knew then, I would never have had it done. So I believe that it's really important that this new life or this new human being that you're bringing into the world, that you keep it as natural and as holistic as possible. There's lots of plant remedies that you can use. There's lots of things that you can look at to find out why the child is screaming and stuff like that. There's now books written by a neurosurgeon saying that the gut is the third brain of the body. So if you're giving your child, cowpole and not feeding your child, breastfeeding your child and stuff like that, this will cause lots of gut problems because the woman's milk helps with the gut lining and stuff like that. So this could be a reason why the child could be screaming. Or it could be that you have so much EMF pollution in the home that this could be affecting the child. Or it could be that you're just not loving it in the way that it needs in which to grow and to become a healthy human being. So please subscribe there. Please comment at the bottom about the video today and what you think on my opinion on cowpole and how it's made, what did he say, 140 million in 1 year. What does that tell you? We're drugging our teenagers. We're drugging, our next politicians or our next people that are going to run the trains or be the new lawyers. You know what I mean? It's mental. Absolutely mental. So please subscribe. Please like. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Scott Bryant of Active Bryant Systems. If you want a truly holistic approach into your health and well-being, and maybe you've been in pain for a long time, not been able to find out why, or maybe you got lower back pain and you'd like to get back to your sport, or you just like to drop a bit of weight and keep it off forever, then I'm the guy to come and see. I'm Scott Bryant. Thank you for listening to me today. This is my new lapis necklace, and it's protecting me, stopping from psychic attack and stuff like that. I will talk about that in another video. Thanks for watching me today. Thank you. Bye.